Hey everybody, hope you had a very nice Christmas here. I'm going to show you, now that it's 9 degrees in Minnesota, I'm abandoning my garage workshop and I'm going to redo this room here that you see. Okay. I'm going to put in electrical, drop it down through here and go down a couple of outlets. Make sure I get 20 amps in here to run a table saw. My miter saw I could also run in here, but I have that Metabo battery slash adapter, so I couldn't use it just battery only, but I could also use it corded if I wish. I'll have my drill press in here, which isn't quite as heavy use for amps. At least that's what the manufacturing says. And then your typical stuff like a sander, bench sander, things like that I'll have in here. I'm not going to run multiple circuits in here. I'm just going to unplug things as I need them. I don't use any one tool multiple times for long, so I think that'll work out. But just want to show you what this looks like and just document it before I get going on it, also for my own purposes. But there's some things in here, because ultimately it's late December, so let's just call it January, February, March. By April, it'll warm up again. So for all the hollering that you hear about people in Minnesota or all that cold, it's 3 months. It's 3 months, 4 months tops. Not that big of a deal. It's not like it's half the year. And even when it's March, what I'm saying is there'll still be snow on the ground, but it could be 20 degrees outside, which, yeah, it's still really cold. But that workshop could get heated up pretty good again. It's just that January typically gets down to single digits or below zero temperatures, and you're not going to get any of your tools really running that strong in there with a couple of 1500 watt heaters that are just space heaters. So I'm coming down here. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. I do have a lot of constraints. It's 8 feet tall, but to get here is 6 feet. So over there is 6 feet, so not a lot going on there. So my plan is to run some electrical in here, replace those two pieces there, those two light bulbs there. I'm going to put socket adapters in there so that they're electrical outlets. And then I'm going to feed shop lights like the ones that you see here and over there. I'm going to feed them along just like I did in my laundry room and in my garage. Just depend all on shop lights. That way, this electrical switch over here runs all of that, so I don't have to do any new wiring. The only wiring I'm going to do is I'm going to continue a couple of these metal raceway outlets with some narrow boxes, just so I have a couple of more easily accessible outlets. And I believe this is only a 15 amp circuit, so I want to make sure I have that extra power, literally pun intended there, to muscle me through using a table saw and such. So table saw is really what I'm concerned about here. I don't think I'll be planing anything for these 3 months. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, bite the bullet and pay a couple of extra dollars to have my wood surfaced and squared up for the time being. So good news for those hardwood suppliers out there. Pay an extra, 50 cents or $1 per board foot. Whoopee ding, I mean, for the convenience, I don't have to have a massive amount of dust in here, because then the opportunity cost says, well, if you decide to put the planer in here, you got to have strong electrical, sure, but then you've got the dust collection, so I'm going to have to run off and buy a $500 setup, whether it's through Rockler or building it out of my own PVC from a box store, whatever it is. For 3 months, I think I'm just going to get going on the shop so I don't feel as interrupted as I'm feeling right now. And just go with that. I mean, I can add some stuff. I can add some of those. I could go and buy one of those wind things, or I could go buy a couple of box fans. Actually, I have a couple of box fans in the garage. And so just put a couple of filters on those and maybe hook them up here. Maybe take this kind of framing that they have and just go all the way to the wall where those 2x4s are, and just put some box fans right up in here that suck up all that fine dust. That's my plan.